Good morning, boys. How we feeling? NFL football back. A stellar game. Chiefs-Ravens last night came down to the wire. Literally a toenail was the difference.
Kevin Durant was playing tight end. Remember,
Bingo.
he had the three? Did he have the three? It was him, right?
Yeah, against Milwaukee.
Yeah, just the toe. Out.
Stellar finish. Game. Stellar finish.
What do you mean, game?
It was not a well-played game. You could thank the officials for that. It was not a great game.
Wildly entertaining, though.
No, it's wildly entertaining because it's football. Football's back. That's the only reason why. There's going to be much better played games than that one. And one of the reasons why is because it's just like anything else. The first day of Major League Baseball, that first week, everything is just over-officiated. Same thing here in the NFL. First game, big spotlight. Young Hockley's out there. He's calling everything. That's what it is. So, no, it was not. It was not a great football game. Great finish. It's good to see football out there, but we're going to see much better games than that.
I thought it was, for me, and I thought it was wildly entertaining. Well played? No, there was some choppiness to it. Wildly entertaining.
Well, football on the surface is entertaining. The aesthetics of the game was not entertaining.
It was.
Yeah, I'm just telling you my perspective.
Yeah, I liked it. I had enjoyed it. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah,
I'm watching two elite Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Tell me about those plays. What did you like most?
Watching Lamar run the football, that dude, he continues to impress me. The throw that he made down at the end on the right sideline was just special. Like, even the Mahomes play where he caught his own pass. Wildly entertaining.
Two African-American quarterbacks starting against each other in the Super Bowl for the first time, fittingly. February 12th is Abe Lincoln's birthday. Here we go with the highlights.
Here's Shane Norley.
Yeah, I'll actually start with something from last night's game. Hoodie, you brought it up. The officiating. 7 illegal formation penalties against the Ravens because the offensive line was, quote-unquote, lined up in the backfield. They kept going to Tirico and Collinsworth on the replay, drawing the line across the offensive line. And everybody's kind of like, I don't really see it. I think they got Rashad Bateman on one at the end, and they put up the freeze frame. Everybody's doing the same thing. I don't see it. Shot or no shot? Enough already with the illegal formation penalties. Do not make this a thing.
I mean, you know what? It's a shot. You don't want to have it. But here's the thing. When we get to week 6, this will not be an issue. It's just the spotlight is on the NFL and that officiating crew yesterday. It's the only game that's on. So they want to make sure everything was called by the letter of the law. It's just like Major League Baseball, how everything's called by the letter of the law. Cap, you know this as a baseball fan. In April, we've never seen that call, or we haven't seen a call in years. That same call won't be there in May.
Right. That guy slid over the base at second. Yeah. He came close. We're going to enforce that early. Set a tone.
It was choppy at best. And it actually, what it told me, this game yesterday, told me about the lack of actual practice and game time for the players. They were exhausted out there. It was their first game, and also the sloppiness is what happens. Like, oh, you're a veteran starter. You don't need to be out there. It's no problem, because when the bell rings, you'll be ready. Some of them were not, because these guys are, it's not saying that they're not working hard in the offseason, not working hard in practice. But again, practice and an actual game are two different things. This is why the old timers that we talk to on a regular basis that played in the 90s and 80s say we played a ton of preseason games, and we're out there doing 2 and 3 a days to get ready, to be game ready. A lot of that was not game ready yesterday.
Yeah, they NFLPA has so many rules on when you can hit and how much you can't really start working on tackling on a regular basis. Ditka's teams, 2 days in full pads, man, for a long time. Doesn't make it right. That's the way it was done.
Here's Shane Norley.
All right, Bill Belichick talked on Inside the NFL about Caleb Williams, what he saw in the preseason. He was a little bit critical. Take a listen.
Whoever they played against in preseason, it wasn't the best players on the other team.
So what you're saying is, Coach, we can't plan a parade because Caleb was so accurate in the preseason.
Well, it wasn't accurate. He's 10 for 20.
Yeah, it's like you didn't watch the 20 throws. Come on. There's a reason he's excited.
It's 20 throws, Chad.
He buzzed through them. And
you got to think how good the 10 were that were completed.
Yeah.
You know, the extended plays, the footwork.
They weren't that good. There was a couple highlight plays.
See?
They weren't that good.
And no one's saying he might not be great.
Yeah.
But what we're saying is, it's just you need the context. It's like when I hear somebody's lighting it up in camp, I'm like, is he running with the twos? Is he going against the two defense? Is the quarterback struggling because he's got the two offensive line? There's just a lot we don't know.
So there you go. Bellichick, very critical of Caleb Williams' preseason play. It doesn't count that I think there were 4 drops by wide receivers, would have made it 14-20 instead of 10-20. Anyway, I digress. I'll whiteboard the end of Bill Belichick's career before he got fired. He picked Mac Jones, and then last year traded up in the draft for a kicker who, cutscene, got cut this offseason. Maybe we don't need to listen to Bill Belichick about personnel and player evaluation at this stage anymore. Shot or no shot, Belichick criticizing Caleb Williams doesn't mean anything to you.
That's a shot. Let me just say this. That dude's a fraud. He's a phony. I'm not telling you he's not a good football coach. That dude is a phony. Ooh, I don't want to do media. I'm a jerk at press conferences. Coach, I'd like to ask you about, I'm on to Cincinnati. So people in there trying to do their jobs. Young reporters terrified that he's going to embarrass them. Oh, I got fired? Nobody wants my 72-year-old ass coaching their football team. Give me all the media jobs I can take. You, sir, are a phony. Again, not denigrating his ability as a football coach. Yeah. He won 6 Super Bowls because he was gifted the GOAT. But guess what? The way you treated people in the media, and now you run to take all the jobs, you're a clown. Thank you.
Well, I'll say this. Big name, probably wrong messenger in that situation. Because guess what? Because he was coaching Tom Brady, Cap, none of the quarterbacks will be good enough. Maybe a few, but not a lot. To be able to undercut Caleb Williams at this point, I mean, those are just preseason games. And you're talking about certain throws. You're going to cast aspersions on a young player already. Yeah, I think that might, again, big name, probably wrong messenger in that spot. He saw the GOAT. Nothing's going to be better than the GOAT for him.
How much do you think he's really watched Caleb Williams this year? I would bet not as much as we have. That's A. B, 4 passes dropped, like right in DJ Moore's hands. 1 in Cole's hands. Guess what? You catch those 4, his completion percentage is 70. What are you going to do then? Genuflect in front of Caleb? Dude, stop.
Well, I mean, again, you're going to have him in there. He's going to make these big, bold opinions. But again, you are at the top of the heap with coaching and Super Bowl championships and Tom Brady. Nothing will ever be good enough for Bill Belichick.
A good point. Fair.
And this is why you never had Michael Jordan behind in a booth. That's why. Could you imagine him doing commentary? Nothing would be good enough for Michael.
Right.
I mean, Magic Johnson did it. You know, Isaiah Thomas has done it. That's fine. The GOAT would never have a lavalier mic strapped to his lapel breaking down basketball. He wouldn't be on Inside the NBA on TNT. Michael Jordan, all of it would suck to him. All of it, unless he's out there.
Right.
So certain guys probably shouldn't be in that job, but Bill, it is amazing the way you treated Mike Reese and all of these other broadcasters and analysts and writers in the New England area with 2 and 3 words, barely a sentence, burping out stuff into your microphone, but yet you have these big, bold opinions. It is amazing, isn't it?
It's him.
Just trying to get relevance.
The way Dion's dealing with the media now, ridiculous. So when they fire you at Colorado and nobody wants you to coach their team, they don't need your brand identity. You'll run to the media. Popovich, Sterling Sharp, you brought up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Knight, rest in peace. Nick Saban at times. His last couple of years, he mellowed. He was getting older, and I actually think he's very good at what he does. But come on, man. We all these guys, I have no use for the media. Oh, I need a job? How much, ESPN? Let's go.
Amazing, isn't it?
It's a joke.
It's how it works. Shay?
All right, Dan Pompei at The Athletic talked to some NFL scouts and asked them about Caleb Williams, what they think of him. 2 scouts brought up the same pro player comp when talking about Caleb Williams. Russell Wilson. I know Wilson now is the butt of the joke. Will he keep the job against Justin Fields, the disaster that was Denver, his off-the-field antics? But He is also a 9-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion, 1-time All-Pro. Shot or no shot? If Caleb Williams has Russell Wilson's career, that would be good enough for you.
Caleb Williams has Russell.
Not think Seattle. Just think of Seattle, Russ.
Yeah, not Denver.
Not this guy.
Yeah.
9-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champ.
He only wins one.
Well, you know Russell Wilson's career.
Yeah. He won one, right?
Yep.
And then
went to 2.
he should have had the second, and the play call was horrific.
That is a shot. You want better than that, but you like better than that, but that is a shot. I mean, look at the resume. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
He is. I will, if Caleb only wins one Super Bowl in the next, he has said, I want to play 20 seasons. Remember he said that?
He did, yeah.
He said, I want to play 20. I want to be in my mid-40s still playing football. If we only win one, like ask fans of the Packers, you only won one with Aaron Rodgers and one with Favre. They're disappointed.
Correct.
Now, again, we haven't won one since 85. I hope I'm still alive when Caleb Williams is retiring. I'll be disappointed if we only win one. I want to be like the Chiefs.
Oh, I'm sure everyone would like to be like the Chiefs. But again, this is a generational one of one that is Patrick Mahomes. Hopefully we'll say it about Caleb, by the way. He's
Agreed.
1 of 1. That's
Agreed.
If that's all I've got, Shay, then that's a shot. Because I went to 2, I won 1. And my hope is I could win more than 1. But if that's the resume, and that means that the Bears are always in the playoffs, they're always in the mix. They're winning division championships.
Right.
So if that's what I get, that's a shot. It's not bad, but I love more.
I think, yeah, of course, everybody wants more, but I think I was just hearing this the other day. I think it's 3 quarterbacks in the NFL right now that have a Super Bowl championship. That's it.
Yeah.
So the idea that you just are going to run into more than one of them, getting one is incredibly difficult. If he gets one, I think everybody would be happy.
Let me ask you a question. If I told you he had Lamar's career, 2-time MVP, surefire Hall of Famer, would you be happy?
No shot.
Lamar is, according to my friend Nick Wright, 4-12 now versus Mahomes, the Steelers, and in the playoffs with a 75 quarterback rating. His rival, the best team, and any playoff game. He's 54-12 with a 102 rating against everyone else.
That's a no shot.
But he has never, ever played in a Super Bowl.
He's Patrick Ewing in the Jordan comparison.
That's a great comp.
Just what he is. Like, good. Like, excellent.
Ewing's a Hall of Famer, first ballot, great talent. Never got that.
Ewing, Barkley, Gary Payton. Like, that's what that
When
is.
he played one final against the Rockets. Wasn't it the
Ewing,
Knicks and the Rockets when OJ
94.
was in the Bronco?
94.
So
that's what it is. But it's what I talked about earlier this week, Cap. Some guys are just good to be in the mix. They'll never win the championship. Good Hall of Fame career, but just can't get past the upper echelon. And their upper echelon is Kansas City and Mahomes.
There you go.
I'm never betting against them again. Never again. Until they start losing, right? All right, coming up, the picks. And Courtney Cronin with the latest on the Bears at 8:35 on Kap